Hola, bienvenido o bienvenida a esta clase. The preterite versus the imperfect, arguably one of the hardest things for Spanish students to master. So, let's see how many you can get right. Número uno, ayer yo blank al supermercado. So, preterite or imperfect. Here, we're going to have fui, okay? Fui. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket. Remember that the biggest difference between the preterite versus the imperfect in Spanish is that the preterite is for one-time actions in the past or completed actions in the past, whereas the imperfect is for ongoing actions in the past. Now, a trigger word that we have in this sentence is ayer, yesterday. When I hear yesterday, typically that means that we're going to use the preterite. It's not always the case, but it's pretty common that we will. So, yesterday I went to the supermarket. I wasn't going to the supermarket. I didn't used to go to the supermarket. I went to the supermarket. Okay? Número dos. Cuando era niño, siempre blank con mis primos. Here, we would have siempre jugaba con mis primos. Now, two important things here. First is the phrase cuando era niño. Oops. Cuando era niño, which basically, typically when we use a phrase like cuando era niño, or cuando era joven, or whatever, we're going to use the imperfect, because this is something that we used to do. The tricky thing about the imperfect is that it can take on different translations into English. I used to play. I was playing. I would play. Okay, so here, another important thing that we have going on is the use of the word siempre. When I hear siempre, that instantly lets me know that we're going to use the imperfect, because we would always do that thing. That's an ongoing thing in the past, okay? So, cuando era niño, siempre jugaba con mis primos, okay? Número tres, el año pasado, nosotros blank España. So, here, el año pasado is once again a very important trigger phrase, which indicates to me that we're going to use the preterite. Why? Well, because we visited Spain last year. We weren't visiting Spain. We didn't used to visit Spain. We visited Spain. And el año pasado is a specific amount of time. The preterite will use specific times, whereas the imperfect is much more general. Okay, there's not really any specificity going on. Okay? En la escuela, ella blank mucho todos los días. Here we have estudiaba, okay? Why? Because, once again, this phrase of todos los días, todos los días, lets me know that this was something that was ongoing. She would do this every day. She didn't do it one day and then she stopped. No, she used to study, or she would study every day, okay? Bien, número 5. Ellos blank pizza anoche. Ellos comieron pizza anoche. Once again, here is our little trigger word, anoche. When I hear anoche, I know that happened last night. They ate pizza last night. They weren't eating pizza last night. They didn't used to eat pizza last night. They ate pizza last night. That's preterite, so we have comieron. Okay? Número 6. Yo blank un libro cuando tú blank. Okay, so it's very common in Spanish that we will have the imperfect, and then it will get interrupted by the preterite, and I apologize for my bad handwriting. So, yo leía un libro. I was reading a book. When, cuando, very common to see this, when tú llamaste. So, I was reading a book when you called. Okay, so ongoing, then it gets interrupted by the preterite. Okay? De niño, mi papá siempre blank los domingos. So here we have the verb cocinar. Once again, we're seeing that little word siempre. So the second I see that, I know it's going to be the imperfect. Mi papá siempre cocinaba los domingos. He used to always cook on Sundays. Now, sometimes you'll see the translation of the imperfect as would in English. Now, be very careful with this translation, because in a sense, I could say, as a kid, my dad would cook, or would always cook on Sundays. Now, in English, this makes sense. However, many students end up confusing this with the conditional tense, which is different. So, I would cook for you, but I'm busy, for example. Those are two different things. So cocinaba is going on in the past. Oh yeah, we would do that all the time. Whereas this, oh, I would do this for you, but I don't have any money, or I don't have any time. Okay, two different things there. So be careful with the translation of would when it comes to the imperfect. Okay. Número 8. Ayer por la tarde blank a llover. Okay, so typically empezar is just preterite by nature because things begin and that's it, right? There's only really one beginning. But once again, we have yesterday, okay? Por la tarde empezó a llover. It wouldn't really sound natural to say it was starting to rain. No, it started to rain. Okay, that was a one-time thing. All right? Mientras ellos blank por la playa, nosotros blank. Okay, so mientras is a trigger phrase letting us know, hey, this is while, it's ongoing. So here we would have ellos caminaban. Mientras ellos caminaban por la playa, nosotros, and I'm going to put it over here, nadábamos. Okay, nadabam. There we go. Nadábamos. Yep, there we go. Okay, so while they were walking on the beach, we were swimming. Okay, it's not necessarily we swam, right? Because we swam would be, oh yeah, we swam yesterday. It was really fun. That's a one-time action. But here, it's still ongoing. So while they were walking, we were swimming. Okay, notice how there's nothing really specific here, letting us know a specific time period. The only thing we really have going on is that mientras, okay, meaning while. Okay, so mientras ellos caminaban por la playa, nosotros nadábamos. Both ongoing actions in the past. Okay, número 10. Cuando blank, 10 años, romperse el brazo. Okay, so we're talking about me. So cuando yo tenía 10 años, blank el brazo. Me rompí el brazo. Okay, so a few things I want to mention here. So when it comes to age, okay, this is something that we say is ongoing in the past. You could argue, yeah, okay, well, you're not 10 anymore, but the idea is you were continuously having 10 years old in this moment. You didn't have 10 years old one moment and then you didn't the next, okay? So when I was 10, blank el brazo, me rompí el brazo. So notice how romperse is a reflexive. That is because I'm not performing the breaking to anyone else. And you could argue that the breaking happened to me, but here in this case, I did that to myself, and therefore we're going to use me as our reflexive pronoun. Okay? All right, ya casi terminamos. 5 más. Okay? So, la casa blank, vieja, y blank, un jardín enorme. So here we're going to have la casa era y tenía un jardín enorme. So the house was old. That was a continuous thing. And it had a giant garden, right? It didn't have a garden one day and then it didn't the next. No, it continuously had a garden. So era and tenía, both the imperfect. Era is irregular, okay? So we have era, eras, éramos, and eran, okay? All right, muy bien. Número 12. Todo el mundo blank cuando de repente la música blank. Okay, so here we're going to have, once again, the imperfect. Todo el mundo bailaba cuando de repente la música paró. Okay, so everyone was dancing. Literally, this translates to all the world, but in Spanish, it just means everyone. Everyone was dancing. So notice how in this context, it means was dancing. In earlier sentences, we saw how it could mean, used to dance or would dance. But here, this is going to be was dancing. So everyone was dancing when suddenly, de repente, la música paró. It stopped. It wasn't stopping. Didn't used to stop. It stopped. One-time action. Okay? Mi abuela siempre me blank que la paciencia blank importante. So, like we've talked about, we've seen other sentences with it. Okay? Siempre. That lets us know it's ongoing. So, siempre me decía la paciencia era importante. Okay, so siempre decía que la paciencia era importante. So she used to always tell me, or would always tell me, that patience was important. Okay, patience being important is a continuous thing. It didn't stop being important. It's a continuous thing. Era importante. Okay. Número 14. No blank dormir anoche porque el perro blank mucho. So this is a tricky one. Anoche is our trigger word, letting us know that it was last night. That's specific. So here we're actually going to have no pudimos, okay? That's the preterite in the nosotros there. No pudimos dormir anoche. We couldn't, right? It happened last night, specific, okay? No pudimos dormir anoche porque el perro blank mucho. I'm going to put it over here. Here we're going to have ladraba because the dog was barking. He didn't bark once. He was continuously barking, and that's why we couldn't sleep, okay? So now we've got it flipped. Here we have the preterite with pudimos, and then we have the imperfect with ladraba. So, no pudimos dormir anoche porque el perro ladraba mucho. Okay? And finally, número 15, blank las 8 cuando finalmente blank a casa. So, once again, we have era. We'll use era when talking about time, but make sure that it's plural, eran, because we're talking about las 8, which is plural. If this were la una, for example, it would be era. But for all the other times, it's going to be eran, right? That's why we say, for example, son las 3 de la tarde. I wouldn't say es las 3 because it's plural. So son las 3. But with la una, it would be es la una, or in the past tense, era la una, okay? Eran las 8 cuando finalmente blank a casa. So we're talking about me. So we're going to have preterite, okay? Llegué, okay? So it was 8 o'clock when I finally arrived home, okay? How'd you do? Leave a comment down below. Muchas gracias por ver el video. Click the link in the video description to check out our Fluent Spanish Speaker Academy. Our goal is to help you have a 10-minute conversation in Spanish in 90 days without feeling unconfident. So check it out by clicking the link in the video description or by going to SpanishWithNate.com. Muchas gracias. Hasta luego.